Hello friends, it is time for some fun and we have got fabrics galore and some little extras. I've got some wallpaper borders I thought I would do as well. But if you are new here or you have never experienced a drop sale, it's something I do on occasion, and it is where I go through a variety of items. I give you the information about said item. I give you the price of each item. And then as you watch, you write down the items that you wish to have. We're using mostly letters today for all of our fabrics. And you send me an email to restorationharmony1@gmail.com. In that email, please, in the subject line, write linen sale. And you can put today's date on there, which I don't know what day it is today. The 16th, I think, of January. Please put your full name, your YouTube name, your full mailing address, and then also the item, letters, and quantity that you wish to purchase, and the email that you want your invoice sent to. I do invoice through PayPal. And I do ship through Pirate Ship. Now, this is on a first come, first serve basis. So I have not cut any of these fabrics purposely because it will save me some time if there are some that there's less interest in, or otherwise I won't have wasted time cutting up things that you're not wishing to purchase. So I will just go through those. I'll write I'll pull up each email and print those out, fulfill your orders to the best of my ability, and do that through each piece of linen or fabric. I have new fabrics, I have vintage fabrics, I have vintage linens, and then of course the wallpaper borders and a special feedsack quilt. Once that item is gone, then I'll just move on through to the next wish that you have on your list, and we'll just go from there. So you'll only be billed for what is available at the time in which your email comes through. So sending me an email as soon as possible will help you in getting the items that you really, really want. There are a couple things to remember. If you have purchased with me in the last month, everything, most of you have probably already paid your invoices and you're done, but I will be holding them from anything that you bought last Tuesday in last Tuesday's sale or prior, if I still am holding your items, until after next Tuesday's sale. That way, anything you bought last week, anything you choose to buy on the live sale next Tuesday, and all of the fabrics will all be placed in one order, and that will save you a great deal on shipping. I do use Pirate Ship to ship everything, which affords us the opportunity to get the best deals together, whether that be either UPS or USPS. I think that is everything. If you have questions, please ask those in the comments. And we are going to get started because I have a room full of fabric that needs to be shown. I'm going to try to keep the items within this little square here so you can see them fairly well. And if they have a branding strip on them, I will share that with you as well. Holy cannoli. The reason I'm doing this, if you don't know, there are 3 of us and sometimes a 4th guest that sell on the live sales on Tuesday. And so I didn't want to take up a ton of time of my friend's time going through each one of these fabrics. So I thought it would be easier, and then it allows me time to cut all of these up in the background. So, enough chit-chatting. Let's get to it. I will try to, let me see if I can do this where you can still see. Nope, you can't see it there. Well, I'll show it again at the end of, maybe periodically through, so you guys can see. All right, we're going to start with a very heavy, this is ticking. It is navy blue. It is letter J, and it is $4 a yard. I just tagged these all with my tag gun, so it would be easier and I didn't lose anything. So this is $4 a yard, but this is extremely heavy. It would be probably similar to an upholstery type fabric. So it's great for covers. It is absolutely beautiful. I love using this. So that is letter J, and it is $4. And oh, I should have said, this is for all fat quarters. I'm doing all fat quarters for everything. However, if you say the quantity and you want more than that, I'll cut it to whatever said quantity. So if it's a half yard or whatever that may be. The next one is letter AR. And yes, I had that many fabrics that I had to go through the alphabet more than once. So this is a paisley. It's got pinks and yellows and kind of a mauve-y rose color and a really pretty green. This reminds me very much of shabby chic or, you know, something for a tea time journal. But again, it is letter AR, and it is $4 for a fat quarter. Now, I do have some additional linens. Oh, I should tell you who this is by. Additional linens that were smaller pieces, and so those will come on the live sale. They weren't enough to be more than, like, it's the whole piece, or there wasn't enough to be a fat quarter. This is a Moda fabric, pattern number 3904. And $4, letter AR. The next one up is letter AT. This is so vibrant. It is $4 a yard. $4 a yard or a fat quarter as well. And let's see if it has a branding strip on it. It is, yes, it does. It is by Robin Zingon for Robert Kaufman. And if you know Robert Kaufman, you know that some of these fabrics are very sought after. And I actually have some of those that are coming a little bit later that I think some of you girly girls are really going to like. It's very pretty. This is letter AT, and it is $4 a fat quarter. I've got to quit saying that. Next up is another alphabet. This one is, and I've had these folded all nice and neat, and so some of them might not be showing as beautiful as they could be. This is letter AS, and it is $4 a fat quarter as well. This is a Northcott fabric. And what's that guy's name? Oh, that woman's name is Deborah Edwards. So this is more in the muted colors. And it says inspire, create, blog. I think that's it. But this is letter AS. These would be great for school days journals. And if you're wondering where I got all these fabrics, well, the majority came from, this wasn't even this summer, it was the summer before. There was a woman who had a sale that was all fabric. Her entire garage was literally packed full, and that's what her job was. She dealt in fabric, mostly online, I believe. I'm looking for the zip strip here. Oh, maybe this one doesn't have it. And she was clearing it all out, and then she was donating, I think, the rest of it to a charity that didn't sell. But it was unbelievable, the amount of beautiful fabric that she had. And I have kept it because I knew it was going to be a whole lot of work for me to cut all of this up. So this is a great way for me to do that. This is 123 Play With Me Style, designed by Stoff.dk, and it is letter AY. Letter AY. I know you can't see those very well, so that's why I continue to say the number. And it is $4 for a fat quarter. I tried to do these kind of in order of price so that it would be easier for all of you. This one I don't believe had a zip strip or a maker's market on it, but this is just a cute little cream and very country inspired red. It is AZ, it is $4 for a fat quarter as well. Gorgeous. That would go great with the blue ticking as well. And next up we have, for all you surfer friends, this is some surfboards. Let's see if I can get this out here a little bit better. It is letter C, $4 for a fat quarter, and it is by Riley Blake, and it is pattern number C4922, called Offshore. So that is letter C. Riley Blake, you can't go wrong with her fabrics. Wowza, they're beautiful. This is one of my favorites. Now, this one doesn't look quite as gorgeous because I've used it before. Oh, no. We're going to call this CC because it looks like I did 2 C's. How did that happen? All right, CC will be $4, and it is, it looks kind of like book page newspaper print, and this is a Love Paris by Emily Adams, licensed by Wild Apple. So there is that one, CC. This one is not nicely folded. There we go, a little bit better. And for all you queens out there, we have some crowns, because who doesn't love a good crown? This is letter D. It is, I think this might be a Riley Blake too, is it? No. Emma and Mila. 678-3619-43689, and it is letter D, $4 for, you guys are going to be so sick of hearing me say $4 for a fat quarter. This one is unbranded. It is letter G, and it's just a cute, whimsical stripe. And again, it is letter G, $4 for the fat quarter. Please forgive me for having to say that all of the time, but I want you guys to all, you know, because some of you might be fast forwarding through things, and I should probably say it every time. This is letter F. This is really cool. It's like different labels, and they're French. I believe they're all French labels. And some, looks like some milk pogs, some wine bottle labels. It's just really lovely. And it's got it's got powder blue and pink with a black background. Gorgeous. $4, letter F. And we have a polka dot, because who doesn't love a good polka dot? This is letter E. And it is by Brother Sister Design Studio. It's from 2012. Gorgeous. You can't, you know, you got to love the polka dots. And there's some stuff coming up that it kind of, actually, I'll show those all next, because that makes more sense. I think this is all from the same line, but I'll make sure. Letter M is the stripe that complements the polka dot. And this one is a Hobby Lobby from 2018. $4. And also that accompany this is this gorgeous black cotton fabric. And I will tell you if they're not cotton, but most of these are all cotton. This is, well, honey, I know it's all rights reserved, but who's this by? Oh, Brother and Sisters. Yeah, Brother and Sister Design again. Letter K. And $4. And finally, from that, I wonder if this is, what are we going to guess? Is this Hobby Lobby, or is it, not? It doesn't say. It just says printed in China. This is letter L. It is a black and white stripe. It is $4. And that goes really well with that. That would be neat to do a whole series with all of those prints that match. So your fat quarter, you can usually get about 2 covers out of that if you're a journal maker. So just to keep that in mind. This is a Christmas one. Merry Christmas. This is kind of nostalgic, kind of old school fabric. It was a Joann's designed. It just says exclusively for Joann's. It is letter A, and it's $4. I guess I'm not doing so bad here. I was like, this is going to take me forever. All right, this cutie. Oh, my goodness. This is letter R. It's kind of a, I would say a muted pink, almost to the peach a little bit. But it's got, this would be great to make words out of or to use it as obviously as a cover. It has happy, love, so sweet, cherish, pretty, and it is letter R, and it is $4. And along the whimsy line, oh, I didn't tell you who this was by. Hold on. Riley Blake. There's a lot of Riley Blake fabrics in here, if memory serves me. This one is, it says, enjoy the ride, delight in the journey. This would be great for a travel journal, for if you're doing something with transportation, with a bike. I don't see a brand on it. Oh, here we go. Studiofabrics.com, and it's pattern number 3128. And life surely is an adventure. It is letter S, and it is $4. Let me show you that again. Turn it this way. I was moving that bad boy around quite a bit, so there you go. Letter T is some fun little polka dots. This is $4. It's bright on a black background. It is Baby Safari by Benartex, and it is a cotton screen print, so it is cotton blend. $4, letter T. I just thought, oh, that might, I hope that everybody's able to follow along with those letters there. I was trying to go through, I was trying to think of a million different ways to do this with fabric, so when I separated them all, I didn't lose letters, numbers, and all of those things, so hopefully this works. This is letter U. It is $4, and it is the Alexander Henry Fabrics Collection. This is from 1999, and it is on a cream background with what I would call pastel-like polka dots that almost look like they're hand painted on there. That is letter U. $4. And keeping in the polka dot theme, letter V is also $4. It is the Mary Rose Collection, and this one has teal, light pink, I'm calling it hot pink, but it's more like a rose color, and then a dark green by Quilt Gate. Letter V, $4. This one I think is really cool and would make a great base. It is letter AV. And let's find this is a Moda fabric, 1997, called Marbles, from the Marbles collection. But it looks like a big old piece of watercolor. So pretty. And it's just a really rich green color within shades of green in it. So I love this one. This would make great, well, it'd be a great base for everything. That is letter AV. Again, I know you can't see that. And $4. Well, my bin's already almost, I have a big bin, but, and everything fit in there before, so it has to fit in there again. This is designed by Pat Bravo for Art Gallery Fabrics. Feel the difference. I was looking to see if it had a year on it. Does not have a year on it. It is letter AX. Let me turn it over here on the nice side so you can see it. And it's just this beautiful swirl pattern. This also would go really nice with the reds and the blacks if you were doing a series of journals. So AX, $4. And finally in this stack is the last one. This is called Building Blocks by American Jane Patterns, Sandy Klopp for Moda. It is AF. I don't know why I giggle every time my immature Angela is coming out. And this is something, I've used this in other colorways, but this is kind of the rusty orange, and it is all of the measuring tape. So reminiscent of what the wooden measuring sticks would be, like the ones that would fold up. And again, it is AF, $4. All right, let's take a break from fabric for just a minute, and we'll do the wallpaper borders. These are all by letters 1 through 9, I believe, and 1 through 8 are $2. That's for a yard. So for every one of these, it is $2 for 1 yard of the vintage wallpaper borders. Now this has a nice texture to it. You can see the golds and the greens in there. It is absolutely stunning. So 1 yard, $2, and it is number 2. That was important. Now I gotta put these in here somewhere, in some way neat and tidy. Hold please, this is now coming unraveled. How about I just do it all at once? That would be easier. Number 8, also, these are all $2. Oops, upside down. This I thought would be really cool, like if you did like a theatrical journal, if you did a circus journal. It does have a lot of burgundy and deep green. It's absolutely precious. And it looks like the swags like you would see in at the opera. So number 8 is that one. Number 7 is this that is similar to the first one I showed you. Number 7, it's just the light color. So it's got the lavenders and the mauves and roses with the gold gilding and the flourishes across the top as well. So these are really fun. I love any of the borders that have kind of a cut edge. So that's number 7. And I'm sorry I'm not doing a whole lot of chit-chatting, but I know you girls, when you want to get your hands on special fabrics and vintage, that you're focused on that. So I'm trying not to chit-chat too much. This reminds me, it's very 80s, but I think this would be cool. It's number 6. I think this would be cool if somebody was working on like a peacock journal or a Victorian journal. And you can feel it's got some texture to it, as well as some iridescence. So that is number 6. Again, these are all $2. There's only one that's $3, and it's just a very large piece. Numero 1 is this, and it would probably go on a wall like this. These grapes, I think this would be cool if you were doing like a Napa journal, a wine journal, a travel journal to Italy or wine country. I think it would be really pretty. Or if you, like me, are doing fruit journals, and you were doing one with grapes, it would be perfect for that. And again, this is number 1. Number 5 is this one with the lattice. This is so pretty. And I'm going to try to get it so you can see where it starts to repeat. So it starts here, and this is your design all the way through to here, and then it repeats. And what I think is really cool about this, besides the lattice, I think it's neat that it does the juxtaposition with the florals that are in color, and then those that almost look like they're Edith Holden-like and kind of hand-drawn behind it. So that one is number 5. We're almost done. We got 3 more. number, excuse me, number 3 is a very dainty, pretty rose border. Also, it's got some texture to it. It does have some shimmer as well in the mauves and blues and greens. Number 3. And, you know, just put in your wishes, all your wishes and wants. And, you know, there's obviously on most of these, there's a lot. So there's a lot to go around. This is beautiful. Again, it's got the scalloped edge. It is embossed, and it does have some of the shimmer as well. And this I would say it's more like a peach and the creams and tans along with a little bit of lavender. Actually, it's lavender, but sometimes when you move it certain ways, it just looks silver. This particular one has definitely got some lavender to it. That is number 4. And last but not least is the big kahuna. It is number 9. And this is like the big wallpaper rolls. And it's got the daisies on it. If you are doing daisy journals or floral journals, stick around because I've got more. You could do a whole collection and fill a journal with some of the things that I've got here today. So this is $3 a yard. It is number 9. And what can I say? It's just lovely. I love this. If I had enough of this, I would put it in I don't know, somewhere. I would put it somewhere in a house. But I only have one roll, so there we go. All right, we're going to move on. I'm going to do a couple of the, let's see. I'm going to do some of these vintage ones. These are going to be $6 a yard. A fat quarter. And here we go. Let's see. I'm kind of writing as I go. This is going to be coming into a journal I'm making, but I had a lot of it. So, and I feel like this was gifted to me. Maybe by Carol or maybe Hazel. This is letter A-O. It is $6 for a fat quarter, and it is the Bucking Broncos. I have to think very closely when I say this, but it is lovely. And I don't know if this was a sheet. It doesn't have a brand. It's unbranded. So that is letter A-O. A-O. I better turn this way or I'll not be able to find it. All right, I got to start another little stack here. This one, again, I don't believe this is branded, and it feels like it could have been a sheet, but I can't really tell. This is not feedsack, although it does very much resemble a feedsack. It is letter A-C, and it is so soft, like it's like butter. I can't say enough awesome things. I just love the colors of this, but very reminiscent of feedsack. It is vintage, quite vintage, but it is not actual feedsack. So that is letter A-C. Letter A-P, also $6. Now this is more flannel, and this has the whole scene. And you know, for my mousy journals, I feel like this might have also, maybe I did buy this. I cannot remember. Any hoosies, it doesn't really matter. It's gorgeous. It was sold at Sprouts for $2.47 a yard back in the day. But here's what it looks like. And so when I cut this, I'll make sure that, I don't know, it might be a little bit bigger than a fat quarter because I want to make sure you get this little seam in here, but you will make sure that you get the whole, this is the top part of it. It's got little frogs and mushies and the butterflies and the individual ones you can cut out. And then this is the main scene here. Can you see that? You know I could look at that all day. little kite. So that is AP. Make sure I wrote that down. I feel like I didn't get all fancy on this drop sale because I'm getting ready to leave. And of course, every time I leave, there's weather. So, you know. So I was like, well, I need to get this put together in a way that makes sense to me so I don't forget. This is a Cranston print. This one is like, it almost looks like a bandana. Let's do it on the side that's pretty. It is AM, M as in Mary, and this is $6 as well. These are all $6. I think I forgot to tell you that on the last one. $6 for the mouse, $6 for the Broncos, $6 for the one that looks like feed sack, and then $6 for the bandana. And last but not least is this little, let's see if this has a, this is AL. I need to put a line across that. It is $6. And this is a little ditzy print. This cotton is really soft too. And this is not branded either. So this one's a lot more, it's a lot older than some of the rest of them. AL, $6 for the ditzy. For the ditzy. All right, moving on. Shall we do some linens? Let's do some linens. Because I got a stack of them. Here we go. Okay. First up, and remember I told you, we got daisies. Now these are going to consume my whole table probably. So here's the first daisy print. It is $6 for a fat quarter. It is B as in boy, C as in cat. BC. It is the daisy, the yellow daisies with the white and green. Gorgeous. I'm glad we're doing these. These need to go in the bottom of the bin because they're heavy. The next one up is B as in boy, F as in cat. Let me get this out here. And I did not brand the, like, I didn't look them up or Google image them. I probably should have, but I'm sorry, I didn't have time. B as in boy, F as in Frank. And it's got these beautiful florals on these. I think these would be fun to do as a journal topper. Just each one of those. I think it would be gorgeous. So BF, and there's something just so fun about vintage sheets that they're just so soft and yummy. As I was going through my, oh, I need to put this the other way. Oh, shoot. As I was going through them, I was looking to see if I could find some sets that would actually work. I'm having to, it was inside out, now it's upside down. That would work for me to actually use in the Belle Rose, and I did find some. This is B as in boy, E as in Edward. Again, $6 for the fat quarter. Gorgeous. And I had it inside out, so that's why I had to flip it. But it's very vibrant. Very vibrant. Let me fold this up off camera. So pretty. I feel like my mom had these. I could be wrong. Something similar. All right, next up is B as in boy, D as in dog. And it is this beautiful floral as well. B as in boy, D as in dog. Then I have this. This is a crib sheet. It's B as in boy, H as in Henry. And let's see if I can open this up a little bit more so you can see, get the whole gist. It's got bunny yabbits and ducks and giraffes. I thought about, I have pack and plays at the lake, and I thought about just taking this up there. But as I looked at it, I think well, maybe, I guess the elastic isn't so bad. It's because it's a fitted sheet, but there you go. Cute. I love it. B as in boy, H as in Henry. Oh, 1978 by Dundee Mills Inc. I just happened to see that on a little piece of that. I have B as in boy, G as in golf. And another, I told you, daisy lovers. B as in boy, G as in golf. $6. And this is the pink and green. You know, this is one of my favorite. Very much so. All right. And then another daisy is AB. And I'm just going to show you. There we go. I'll just do it this way. This is AB, $6. Another daisy as well. Love this. AB. Daisies all day. And if you haven't got enough of them, well, I'm bringing you more. This is B as in boy, L as in Larry. And let me lay this one out. I'm glad we're doing these. These are a little bit harder to do than the rest of the fabrics, I tell you. So there's this daisy. B as in boy, L as in Larry. Scrumptious. Wonderful. B, L. $6. Okay. This one, I'm not sure what. This is BB. This is a fitted sheet, so it's harder to show it. Well, we'll try it this way. What did I just say? I don't know. BB. BB. Boy. And it is Gorgina. It's got the ivy and all of these. Like these look like zinnias, maybe. Some daisies. Some carnations over here. Maybe violets. Lots of options there, that's for sure. Gorgeous. BB, $6. Okay, we're almost done with the sheets. This one is, I must have both fitted. This is BG. And I think I had this when I was growing up. It's like, almost looks like a imitation, like cross stitch sheet. But it is BG, $6. And last but not least is this one. And I want to make sure I have it on the right side. This one is BK. Now this one is $4. And it is $4 because it is a little more faded than all of the rest of them. But I think that's why I love it so much. And it is super, super soft. I'm incredibly soft. That is driving me crazy. There we go. I got fuzz. B as in boy, K as in king. And that is, well, it's not the last of the sheets, but it's most of the sheets. Okay, so let me grab another stack here. How is everybody doing? I hope you're doing well. I'm holding my own over here. We are going to do some more specialty fabrics. Let me move all of the rest over. And these are going to be $6 unless I tell you differently. This is letter I. And it is a gorgeous bee pattern. Let's see if it says here on the side. This is Bees in Hexagon. It is a Westminster fiber. So beautiful. Pinks and mustard and orange and teal. All the colors that I love. If you are a lover of twill, you're going to really enjoy this one. This is, turn it this way. This is AQ, and it is a gorgeous twill on cream. I love twill. I love a good twill. I have the nursery, because I didn't find out what either one of the kiddos was, but the nursery was yellow. It was a yellow background with blue, and my mom and my grandma made all of the bedding and such, and it was all twill. It was beautiful. And that one I don't believe had a oh yes, it does. This is by Northcott. Quest for a Cure is what it's titled. I don't know exactly what that means. And then we have these cute little baby girls and boys, I think. Let me see. I'm going to spread this one out a little bit more so you can get the whole gist of it. This is Woodrow Studio from London. It's from 2001. It is AD $6, but it is so adorable, and it's got these individual little pieces. This one says this book belongs to Mabel Lucy Atwell is the designer out of London. God bless your home, the little kiddos on the bikes. So $6, letter AD. And complementing that is this smaller print. And this is going to be AE. Let me get it to the right. Make sure it's on the right side. Same designer, but just the smaller iteration. AE. Absolutely stunning. These would be so fun for children, you know, like readers, children's book journals and such. Oh, I can't even. And you know, I don't shop for fabric when it, you know, I don't shop for fabric because I don't really need any, but you know, to make large projects like quilts. But oh my goodness, like, it is expansive. This is gorgeous too. $6, and it is AH. And it's really cool. This has different advertisements. This is for Florida, Save Money with Sunday Pass, Golden Northwest, Chicago and Northwestern. It's just so pretty. And just to read it, it's got kind of some pale green, a little bit of limey accents in there. It's got some muted rusty orange, some powder blue and yellow. It's just fabulous. So this is AH. And this is a Locomotion by Bristol Bay Studio. You can see why I was going crazy. AK is up next. $6 for a fat quarter. Let me get this out here so you can see the full effect. Let's see, which way do we want to do it? This way. This is very fashion related. The Lady's Diary, and it is by Lady's Diary Graphic 45. So this is a Graphic 45 fabric. So if you love your Graphic 45, here's your chance to get some in the fabric. AK, $6. Let me pull this up. Now just wait, there's more that go with this series. Tick tock on the clock, This is also the A Lady's Diary by Graphic 45. It is AJ. And it's the clock, so you can see how this kind of coordinates with it. There's that. So the clocks are AJ. I wish I had more of this to share with every single person because some of these are just so, they're just so beautiful. Not some. Most of these are all gorgeous. Hand selected. This woman had great taste in what the fabric she ordered. And lastly, in the same design are all of the fashion ladies. This is AI. $6 for a fat quarter. And this, like you can see, they all go perfectly. Again, the graphics 45. Don't you love it? I love it when you see all the fabrics together. Is that just me? Am I the only one? I don't know. Oh, I'm going to make these wrinkled. There we go. All right, another set that looks really great together. Starting off with letter N as in Nancy. This is, forgive me for being off camera, Wyndham Fabrics Love at First Bite 2012. We got cupcakes. It is letter N as in Nancy. So pretty. And I'm just going to set this kind of over here because I want to show you how they all coordinate together. O is, let's see. It's the bakery. It's the same line. I just wanted to make sure that was correct. So there's the big one. That was letter O. And then see how that looks. Oh, pretty. So those two go together. And again, $6. And then rounding it out, I don't know if this was the same. This is letter P. Let's make sure. Does it have a... I feel like this one was not the same or not branded on the salvage. Oh, here it is. I just didn't see it. 1220 Retro Bake Words by the Henley Studio. Letter P. And again, when you put this and this together, Gorgina. Gorgina. Letter P. Do you guys remember when I did this flip through of these so long ago? Oh my gosh. We were all just oohing and awing over them. And I was shopping so fast because I didn't have a lot of time and there was a lot of people there. And so I didn't really get to like enjoy them as much until I got them home and looked at all of them. Oh my goodness. If you like the Flutterby's, Tidings of Great Joy. This is by J. Wecker Frisch for Quilting Treasures. And if you're familiar with fabrics or you're a quilter or seamstress, if you know, you know. So that is letter W. Did I write that down? Yes, I did. $6. This is Greenwich de Leon Design Group, the Alexander Hendricks Fabric Company, 2014. This is just scrumptious. And this is letter X. Look at that. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. And I think this complements this one a lot. I think those would go well together. So you think in the inside and outside of a journal. Letter X, $6. This is getting real. I better move some of these because it's getting to be a little tower-like and I don't want it to all fall over. All right, Daisy lovers, back to you once again. Letter Y is a black, pink, and cream daisy. This is by Love Me Not 2382 by Roe Greg. And I'm trying to see what it says there. Northcott. It is a Northcott fabric. I think both of these are that are coming up. But there are your humongo daisies. And again, $6. That is letter Y. We're on the home stretch, friends. We're on the home stretch. Okay. I think this might be maybe the last daisy of the day. But, you know, don't quote me on that because we got a lot. I'm going to pull this out this way so I can read it. This is going to be letter Q. More traditional daisy. It is Bloom with a View, designed by Maria Kalinowski for canvas in association with Benetrax LLC. Daisy Dreams. Number 8231. So there you go. Pretty. It was so much fun to open up. Well, all of my vintage linens were in a suitcase. And then these were all in a tote that had been sitting in my way for, you know, since last summer. Not last summer, the summer before. So, yeah, it's time for them to find new homes. And then I can't wait. If you are so inclined, tag me if you use these. I would love to see how you used them. All right, I have one piece of bark cloth, and this is AA. Now, these are $8 a fat quarter. They're a little more unique. And here's what the bark cloth looks like. And this is old, and it even says best attainable vat dyes, and this side up. So this would have been more for drapery or maybe even upholstery. I don't know about you, but I think like that framed would be absolutely stunning. So I love it. So this is the bark cloth piece. It is not branded. It could be, I don't know where it might be from. Shoot. Letter Q. I just want to make sure. I need to see it. I need to put my eyeballs on it. I tried to do all of these in the corner, like of a single. Come on now. Bear with me. Sorry about that. I wonder how long we've been going at this. Oh, no. Oh, AA. Yep, I did write it down. AA. All right. I've got a feed sack piece that is AG. Let me get it out here so you can see it better. This is AG. Oh gosh, I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. So this is the feed sack. Letter A, G. And $8 for a piece of feed sack is actually a bargain. I haven't seen it when I've looked for it for less than like $12 for a fat quarter. So these are all, again, fat quarters. Saving my favorites for last. Again, an $8. Now, this is more flannel, but it is vintage. It is letter H as in Henry. And it is all the little bites. So they are going to the doctor. They're, oh, little naked baby buns. And playing football. Here's the doctor one, playing with their toys. It's super, super cute. And it's not like a flannel that feels like you would, it's a light flannel. So that is letter H, $8. All right, are you ready for this? Which one do I show you first? I don't even know. Okay, we'll just go with this one. This is AU. Let me get it out here. Now, if you know, you know. These are very hard to find. This is, I'm going to pull this all out so you can see it the way I can see it. Oh, and of course, it's upside down. All right, there you go. Can't you just hear the French music playing? This is Timeless Treasures of Soho. And this is just stunning. And if you think this is beautiful, well, just wait. So AU, $8 for a fat quarter. I love these bright, just classic brights with the orange and the lime green and the hot pink. Oh, makes me happy. So there you go. Again, AU. And now, for my two very favorites, I'm again getting this out here so you can. Now, this is, if you're familiar with Robert Kaufman, this is, this particular design is by Isaac Zanu. I think that's how you say it. It's called Who's That Girl? Look them up. They're lovely. Ooh la la, mon chéri. Need I say more? And this is letter Z as in zebra. $8 for a fat quarter. Let me turn it over on this side so you can see it. There you go. Oh, it's stunning. Like, takes my breath away. And these were one of the first ones that I found when I was at that sale. I was like, I want more. I did ask her. I'm like, do you have any more of this? Because it blew me away at how beautiful it is. And then this is another, it is AW, Alpha Whiskey, and $8. It is also by, it's Who's That Girl series, the Robert Kaufman. And this is in the blue background. And then we have two more, friends, and then we will have rounded out our first drop sale of 2026. Again, AW, $8, 8 for fat quarter. All right. Finally, these are $10. I only have two of these. Two $10 items. This is, let's see if it says what year it is. If I can find the year. Of course, I don't have. I do not see a year on it, but it's very vintage. It is letter BA. Let me get it out here. You guys are like, come on, Angela. Hold on. Some of you might have seen this in the community posts or the short that I did. Here you go. We have a vintage strawberry shortcake sheet, and we've got the piece that says Strawberry Market. This is, oh, here we go. This is by American Greetings in 1980. There you go. This could have been some of our sheets, right? I did not have strawberry shortcake sheets. My daughter or my sister might have, but so that is $10 for a fat quarter. And last but certainly not least, did I tell you the letter of that? B, A. I did tell you, but I forgot already. And then finally, letter B as in boy, M as in Mary. Also $10 for a fat quarter. I have a quilt top. And yes, it is feedsack. Let me get it all undone here. I'll try to show you so you can see some of the designs. I'll kind of pull it across. So there's this side of it. And again, I did not look up the pattern. I'm not sure. It's not log cabin. I'm not sure what it is. So there's that portion of it. I'm just going to kind of do it in sections without knocking off everything. Oh, this is phenomenal. Can you believe I'm selling a feedsack quilt top that's in relatively really good shape? I mean, there's a few stains on it, but for the most part, it's gorgeous. And could definitely be used. I could have made it into I'm looking for some more here. Let's see. Here's some more. Here's some little ditzy. Let's see if I can do it so you can see it. Oh, losing. There we go. Losing things off my desk. But absolutely beautiful. And I love to use quilt fabric and quilts that have seen their better days in my journals and my art. And it also looks gorgeous to take a piece of it and frame it as well. But this is letter B as in boy, M as in Mary. It is $10 a fat quarter. So that, my friends, wraps up the first drop sale of 2026. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have questions, let me know. But let me tell you what, if you missed it before, let me tell you what needs to happen so that you get your wishes and wants in to me via email. So you're going to send an email to restorationharmony1@gmail.com. In the subject line, you're going to type linen sale. And in the body, you're going to put your full name, your YouTube name, your mailing address, and the email that you wish your invoice to be sent to. I do invoice through PayPal. You don't have to have a PayPal account in order to shop. You can pay in any any way that you wish. Also, by line item, just put your letter and or number and the quantity of each that you wish to have. And it is on first come, first serve. So the first email that comes in that is time-stamped, I will process that one, and so on and so forth. And I will be doing combined shipping after the January 20th live sale. So if you purchase last Tuesday, if you purchase next Tuesday, or if you purchase from this, all of those will be invoice bundled, and then all the shipping will be done in that one time, so that you can take advantage of some of those discounts by bundling your packages. I hope you had fun today, and thank you for letting me get through all of these goodies. I had a ball going through them, and man, it's like eye candy all day long. As always, thank you for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. And until next time, friends, remember to take time to just be. We'll see you soon. Cheers.